All right, guys, it's Phil, and welcome to Colorado. Welcome to the first of many amazing robot lawnmower videos that I'm going to put out in the next few months. Today is all about this beast, this absolute beast of a lawnmower, the Mowrator. All right, in this video, I take the Mowrator and I put it through a variety of tests on multiple properties. If you're in the market for a robot lawnmower, specifically one that has a remote control, this video is for you. I encourage you to watch the whole thing. I'm gonna put chapters throughout. I'm gonna give you my insight throughout, right? So not just me standing here talking about it. And it's gonna be a fantastic video to give you an idea of the capabilities, features, and pretty much how amazing, don't want to give anything away, this lawnmower is. So when Mowrator reached out to me, I told them I live here in Colorado, up in the mountains, and I have a very specific type of property, a gnarly type of property with big grasses and pine needles and all sorts of obstacles, and they were stoked and they wanted me to test out their machine. They said, try to kill it. Well, they didn't say try to kill it, but I tried to kill it. As a matter of fact, I developed a very specific set of test parameters here on the property before I took it to other properties. So let's see what that looks like.
Before putting any mower to work, I wanted a repeatable way to evaluate performance. Over time, I've developed 5 dedicated test areas around my property, each designed to challenge a different aspect of a mower's capabilities. The first area is the jungle. This section is mostly flat, but the grass grows thick, dense, and overgrown very quickly. The jungle is designed to test overall cutting performance and determine how well a mower handles heavy vegetation. Next is the hill climb. This area features steep grades, uneven terrain, and mountain grasses. The hill climb is designed to evaluate traction, stability, and overall terrain capability when conditions become more demanding. The alley is a narrow section with rough ground, a mix of grasses, weeds, and limited room to maneuver. This area helps evaluate navigation, obstacle handling, and how effectively a mower can move through tight spaces and inconsistent terrain. The Leach Field provides a more open environment with mountain grass, weeds, pine cones, and natural debris. This area is useful for evaluating mapping, performance, navigation, and overall cutting consistency across a variety of conditions found on larger properties. Finally, there's the Gauntlet. This is the most demanding area on the property, combining steep climbs, off-camber terrain, obstacles, rough ground, and thick vegetation into a single challenge. Many mowers simply get stuck here, making it an excellent test of traction, power, cutting performance, and overall capability.
All right, so specs are complete. You know the area we're gonna test it in. Now let's get into the actual video. 3 tests in the yard, but let's start with the jungle. I'm excited. I'm gonna throw my other helmet camera on, or my hat camera. We're gonna fire the blades up, and this thing is an absolute beast. Let's see what it can do. Ha ha! You know what? I'm impressed, but let's back her up. We got the mower height at 5. Let's kick it down to 3. Let's drop the deck. Now let's see what's up. So I don't know if you guys remember the, there was like a wildlife documentary and they had the honey badger on there and they're like, honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't give a shit. Like, this thing is the honey badger. It don't care. All right, so I'm positioned at the absolute steepest part of this hill with some really thick grass up top. Oh, come on. Ha ha. It tried. Let's give it a new start here. All right, so we got up to, look at this. Look how gnarly this terrain is. Just gnarly. Come on, big dog. I mean, it made it almost there. Okay, I need you guys to remember something. It just dominated the hill climb, right? And at this point in the video, you might be like, Phil, you're just putting it through all these like crazy tests. Exactly. All right, we are now positioned at the end of the alley and we're gonna make a run up to the camera over some very uneven terrain. But man, after witnessing what I've just witnessed, I have no doubt this is gonna handle it just fine. Let's start the blades. Look at this thing. It's like, is that all you got? Is that all you got? You know, I'm left with the distinct feeling that if this thing could talk, it would say, Phil, is that all you got? Dude, it crushed the alley, the jungle, the hill climb. No problem. Well, where's the easy button? Oh, right here. This machine, incredible. Put it on 5.
Blade starting. We will shortly. Blade starting. We will shortly.
Got one steep hill to go. Can it do it? Oh, that might be one hill too many. Let's do it. Come on. It did it. It did it. All right, so what'd you think of that? The torture test, the jungle, the hill climb, the alley, even the Leach Field, the Gauntlet, not a problem, right? So with that in mind, I knew that this machine had a lot of capability. The next thing I needed to do was mount the screen to this and take it to another property. So friends own an Airbnb, we took it to the Airbnb property, and this is what happened. All right, Mowrator test number 2. We're at a proper mountain property. It's actually an Airbnb. We're gonna do some work here, cutting the back of the property. I've got the bag on the machine back there, the collection bag, because I don't want to like leave dead grass on the property, right? I want to take it out with us. So the other thing that we're gonna test is the screen on this. So this is a really cool screen. We hooked it up last time. It's got the battery on the back, and it allows me to then use this camera to mow from anywhere. And it's got a really cool extended range, and we're just gonna handle this grass. So let's get after it. Mowrator is ready to work. All right, so we are complete with sort of the upper third of this yard. Ran it on level 5, then came back, ran it on level 3. We're using the collection bag, dumping the cuttings. I mean, just what else is there to say? But once again, impressed with just the ability to dominate tough terrain, the ability to cut through just about anything. All right, shocker. The Mowrator handled the Airbnb property, the tall, thick grasses, no problem. So with that in mind, I decided to do one more test. This was at another friend's property here up in the mountains, very high grass, steep terrain, and this mower really, really struggled. And if you believe that, you haven't been paying attention throughout this video. The mower did great. Let's see what that looked like. So I hope you enjoyed the last property. That was a really, really fun experience. I got to actually treat it like a toy. They say, you know, it's like having fun, remote control, treat it like a toy. That's what I was doing, right? Except the toy has a big, massive blade on it, and I'm cutting grass, and I'm doing 360s, and I'm running slow motion video. But it was absolutely incredible, and it was very, very fun. Not to take away from the capability that this machine has. All right, final thoughts as we get into one of the issues with this machine, autonomy versus capability, and lastly, who this is for. I know I've been promising that for a while now. One of the problems, it's super heavy. You're not hoisting this into the back of your truck by yourself. If you are, you're throwing out some vertebrae, promise you, right? You're gonna need a friend, or you're gonna need a low trailer that you can just drive this up into, or some ramps. I actually did that, ramps to get it up into your truck. So it's super heavy, but with all this capability comes weight, right? All these roll bars and big bumper and big tires and big mower deck and big battery. It's weight, right? That's the trade-off. Then we talk about autonomy versus capability, right? If you have a nice manicured lawn that you just want a little robot sitting out here that buzzes every, couple days, then maybe this is not for you, right? But if you want something that you can maybe buy to use commercially on properties, that you have a tough mountain property or tough farm property, and you want to get after it, but you don't want to be out in the sun, well, then this could definitely be for you. It is extremely capable, extremely versatile. And for the right person, it's going to be a definite enabler during the summer whenever you got to mow. Let's see if we got anything here. Well, it is, they call it the vacuum, but mulch blade, whatever. And as you can see, it has taken those pine cones and needles and effectively turned it into sort of a mulch situation. I wanted to include just this short section about the mulch blade picking up the pine cones and debris because they specifically asked me for it. It's like 5% of the video, right? Definitely wanted to include it. It works, and it's pretty cool. We'll see you guys on the next one. Me and Mowrator got to go get dinner. You ready, buddy? All right, now I'm just showing off. Yeah, you can do it. Oh, he's digging in.